Hello everyone, welcome to the When It Worked podcast. You're with your host Julian Leahy, and today I'm joined by the fantastic Drake Nightenhelser, all the way over in Cape Town, South Africa. Welcome to the show, Drake.
Hey, thank you for having me.
First question I would ask is, what the hell are you doing in South Africa? But we're not going to ask that yet. We're going to play the game, and we're going to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Drake, you just need to know you've got 3 lifelines, okay? So if you're not sure, use your lifeline. We can poll the audience. We can do a 50-50 split, or you can holler in your house and ask somebody, or possibly use your phone for 1 lifeline. Okay. All right. Let's get straight into it. Let's get the question up, first of all. Okay. A lover of red meat and weaponry, Ron Swanson is Leslie Knope's mustachioed boss on what popular sitcom? The Office, Parks and Recreation, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Big Bang Theory.
B, Parks and Recreation.
Easy. Lock it in.
Yeah.
And sorry to whoever viewed the previous episode, that question should not even be in this one, but I'm glad that Drake got it right because we actually repeated that question. But anyway, continuing on to the next one. A 2010 study by dating website Badu.com found which of these nations' women to be the most flirtatious online? Spain, Afghanistan, Germany, China.
I'm going to go with Spain.
You gonna lock it in? Let's lock it in. Correct. I'm glad it's Spain. The stereotypes are true sometimes. All right, continuing on. Be careful, I'll get in trouble. A 1952 episode of I Love Lucy was titled Lucy is Enciente because what English word was censored? Pregnant, angry, fat, or disappointed? Do you know this show? You do.
Pregnant.
Lock it in.
I do.
That is correct. Drake is on fire. All right, let's continue on. 7-Eleven stores were temporarily converted into Quickie Marts to promote the release of what movie? Beavis and Butthead, The Simpsons, South Park, or Family Guy?
Simpsons.
Locking it in. Very confident. Drake's showing a lot of promise. I think he could go all the way.
Oh, I'm
You're
guessing.
No, you knew that one. Okay, this one's hard. This is kind of a boomer question. A 2011 New York Times obituary for the late Peter Falk discussed the actor's 30-plus year gig as what TV character? Cosmo Kramer, Columbo, Joey Tribbiani, or Matlock? If you're not sure, you've got lifelines. If you are sure, lock it in. Peter Falk, 30-year
We'll go with
gig.
Matlock.
Drake?
Yeah.
If you're not sure, use your lifelines, or this will be the shortest podcast in history.
That means it's Columbo.
Okay, let's lock it in. All right, that's the last hint you get. I saved you. All right, in this spirit of fairness, I'm going to take away one of your lifelines. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's take this one away. Okay, you've lost a lifeline. All right, let's continue on. A contestant on Celebrity Apprentice in 2011, Nene or Nene Leakes is an outspoken Real Housewife from what city? If you have a brain, you will not know this question, I think. Sorry to people who watch reality television. All right, a contestant on Celebrity Apprentice in 2011, Nene Leakes is an outspoken Real Housewife from what city? Boise, Madison, Anchorage, or Atlanta? I shouldn't have said what I said, because if you get it right, it will mean that you're not smart.
I definitely don't watch reality TV.
You don't watch reality TV. I thought you might not know this one. And do you have any inkling at all? Or, if you've got an inkling, I think we should use a lifeline. But I just would like to know which way you're leaning.
Just the...
We can do a 50-50 split, Drake. Or a poll the audience.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. Am I still here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can do a 50-50 split or poll the audience if you're not sure, which I think you are not sure. Unless you feel like you might.
Let's do a 50-50
Let's do a 50-50 split.
So, I can't see that.
Oh, sorry. Anchorage or Atlanta?
Man. Not imagine somebody named Nene leaks coming from Anchorage.
Alaska, no. Me either.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock in Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right. Correct. There are no Nenes in Alaska. If there is, I will be corrected. All right, continuing on. You got one lifeline left, and that lifeline is poll the audience. Let's continue on. A contestant on the fall 2011 season of Dancing with the Stars, Carson Kressley, first gained fame on what reality show? Queer Eye, Big Brother, Love Island, The Bachelorette. I know this one.
Oh, I have no idea.
No idea. Okay. If you got no idea, we're going to have to poll the audience.
All right.
Let's do it. All right. All right, we're just waiting. Okay, a bit of a split, but we've got 52% are saying A, Queer Eye, 17% B, 17 C, and 15 D. A little bit of a split with a clear majority on A, Queer Eye.
Yeah, that's interesting because my gut definitely was leaning towards A.
Yeah.
When the options first came up, so
yeah,
we'll
let's
go A.
lock it in. You could have trusted your gut, but it is very risky when you've got no lifelines left, which you do not have any lifelines left. But you got it correct, so you're still in it. Let's continue on. The $4,000 question. All right, a couple described as Sam and Diane refers to an on-again, off-again duo of what classic sitcom? Cheers, 30 Rock, Seinfeld, or Friends? Also, a song lyric, I think, about this. Sam and Diane, I'm pretty sure, from somebody in the 80s. Oh, bit of a clue there.
Cheers.
All right, let's lock it in. Wow, well done. I may have given you that one. Were you leaning towards Cheers without me interfering?
I was, but I was still considering my options.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, this one's hard. A clarsach, a traditional Irish musical instrument, is a kind of what? Keyboard, harp, drum, or maraca? Clarsach. Clarsach. I don't know how to pronounce it. A traditional Irish musical instrument is what kind of? Is a kind of keyboard, harp, drum, or maraca? No lifelines left. Flying by the seat of your pants.
It's either a harp or a drum.
Right. So you've eliminated those in your mind.
it's tough because when I think of Ireland, like I would definitely think a harp, but drums are just so much. They're part of almost every
traditional
ancient culture. Yeah.
I would say go with your gut, Drake. Your first instinct.
We'll go with drum.
Oh, I was trying to steer you into something else. All right, let's take a look. Unfortunately, Drake is finished up there, but he did very well. All right, let's end this silliness. And Drake, welcome to the show. Tell me why you were in South Africa, because you're not from South Africa. That's an interesting story.
Just on a little bit of a year-long getaway with my girlfriend. We just decided
was
that
she,
we
was
wanted
she
to get out
angry
of the
that you
state.
left her behind? Oh, you're
bit.
not getting away from the girlfriend. Okay, my mistake.
No, she's with me.
Okay, awesome. That's great. And you were saying you were in Bali and you were just living in absolute luxury in Bali. And now you're in South Africa. Change of pace, but still very interesting and lots of culture and lots of beautiful scenery. And how are you feeding yourself? What are you doing for income? Tell us about your business.
So I run a program called the Profit Collective, where I help business owners land better clients and really just make themselves more attractive to high quality people, with the end goal of being able to charge premium prices, to increase their prices so that they can have a business that they run instead of the business running them.
Yeah. And what does a good client look like? How do we know what a good client is? Who should we be targeting, Drake?
Yeah, so it's going to be different for every business because it's really what makes a good client for you really depends on what your strengths are. Because the things that you're good at are going to be the things that are easiest for you to deliver on and to fulfill on without a lot of headache. So a good client is going to be somebody who values your strengths and gets the most from your strengths. So as an example, when I worked with a vehicle wrap company, our owner was a graphic designer. Our owner and founder was a graphic designer, so he was naturally very into design and art and things like that. So we naturally had one of the better design teams, one of the best design teams in the market. Because of that, we were naturally attractive to commercial companies that wanted to wrap their vehicles in vehicle wraps and have them look really good. So the best client for us were, companies with lots of vehicles that were really concerned with how the public viewed their company and wanting to have a really good forward-facing appearance.
Yeah. So
established.
Makes sense. So it would make sense then to tailor your messaging not around the best price, but the people who want the best design, because that was your strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. And people don't know the best view of that until often they get a second set of eyes onto what they're doing. And that's why speaking to people like Drake is always a good idea. I'm always an advocate for coaching and getting another set of eyes to have a look at what you're doing. And Drake, other than having a hair transplant, how can I make myself attractive to better clients?
Yeah, so making yourself attractive to better clients is, there's a couple things you can do. One, you want to focus your messaging around the people you identified as being a good match for your strengths, the people that are going to value your strengths. Another one, we can refocus our company policies from protecting us from the client to protecting the client from us. Those types of policies are naturally attractive to high quality individuals, whereas the policies that protect us from the client are red flags to high quality clients.
I get you.
But we tend to naturally create policies when we have problems in our business,
Yeah.
and we create those policies to protect us from those problems happening again. So it's a little bit counterintuitive to create policies that protect the client from you. But then when we go in and we implement procedures in how we operate to make sure those policies don't bite us in the butt, we end up...
They work against you.
Right.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
having things like, you know, a really generous guarantee, like where literally if you're not happy at all, you know, you'll get your money back. It doesn't work for all businesses, but it does help with that trust where they really feel like they've got nothing to lose. And yeah, so there are various ways of doing it. That's good. Have you got some examples of that, Drake, other than like guarantees and stuff?
Yeah. Well, so the one that I would use is a guarantee, but it's not. It's a guarantee on part of what we did. So at the wrap company, what we did, you know, we had a design guarantee. So many of our clients were concerned that they weren't going to like the design, that the design guarantee that we have helped them feel comfortable working with us because it gave them certainty they were going to get what they wanted. Whereas our competitors did not have a design guarantee, and they were, you know, saying, "Hey, after some basic work on your design,
2 revisions only or whatever."
We're going to charge you.
Yeah.
And it's just, it did not instill certainty in people that they were going to end up with a look that they liked. So just having that guarantee, even though we charged over 3 times the price for our design, really just pushed people over the edge and made them comfortable working with us.
Yeah, awesome. And earlier on, you know, you talked about, you know, focusing on what you're good at. I mean, how do people, what's the process for knowing which product or service is the best one to focus on?
Yeah, so I take clients through a process of scoring all of their products and services. We have a tendency to try to evaluate from our gut, but that can be misleading. So we score it based on each product or service based on 6 criteria. How much net profit does it generate? How easy is it to sell? How easy is it to deliver? Does it energize you? How much does it energize you? Is it sustainable? And is it replicable? Like, can you teach somebody else to do this for you? Meaning, is it scalable? And so when we look at, is it easy to sell? Is it easy to deliver? And does it energize you? These 3 things are going to help us see which ones are your strengths. Because if it's easy to sell, it's easy to deliver, and you like doing it, you're probably good at it.
Exactly. It makes perfect sense. And what is the first step for people that want to have a chat to you? I've put a link in the description and the show notes about 3 simple steps. Do you want to tell us about that, Drake?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a training that I've put together that helps people take what I teach my clients and actually implement it into their business that same day. So it's designed to help them get results, but it walks them through the 1-1-1 equation, which is 1 offer, 1 buyer, 1 fulfillment process. And that's an equation that I use to help clients simplify their business so that it's more manageable and to open up space to focus on working on the business instead of being trapped in the business. After that, we go into what's called best payday and best buyer, which is where we help them figure out what product they should be focusing on in their business using the scoring system. And then we also help them understand what a really good client looks like for their business based on characteristics and mindsets. So what is this person's situation that makes them easy to work with or easy to deliver to? And how does this person think that makes them easy to work with and easy to deliver to? And all of this is this activity is put through the prompt. If you could only get paid after your client had received the desired result and was happy with it, what would that person have to look like for you to be willing to take that bet? So it gets us thinking differently about what we need our clients to look like in order to have a business that runs smoothly, that we enjoy.
That sounds very valuable. And is that a free course that you've put together, or is that something people buy straight off the bat?
It is completely free. I don't even ask an email for that. If you do want to opt in and just give me, join my email list, there is a tracker sheet that you can get in addition to that takes the criteria that they determine in the best buyer and best payday and helps them put that into a spreadsheet that then tells them how they're doing at selling their best payday to their best buyer, so that they can again get data from their business around whether or not they're selling the right things to the right people to move the business in the direction that they want to go.
Yeah, that sounds really good. To get that clarity is what people need. And if you like what Drake's talking about, I like what Drake's talking about because Drake's not pushy or salesy, but he's talking a lot of sense. And if you feel the same way, check out what Jake's doing on the 3 simple steps. You can't go wrong with getting really good information for free, which often you can. And Drake, I'd like to thank you for coming on. Some really good, clear marketing advice. And I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for listening and watching, everyone. See you next time. Bye.